So I bought a grail. This is one I've been looking for a long time. And condition wasn't great. These ones you don't find in great condition. But I was so happy. And it was from a Canadian seller. So I didn't have to pay a ridiculous amount of money in shipping. But let's, no mystery, no suspense with this channel. This is Creepy issue 63. So, why is this a grail? Like, what is so fantastic about that particular issue? I'll tell you right now. It has the single greatest horror story ever published in comics. Do you know what it is? Here's a hint. It's drawn by Bernie Wrightson at his artistic peak and written by Bruce Jones. The story, and I'll give you a little glimpse of it, is Jennifer. And this is the beauty about buying like mid to low grade books. You can actually handle them. But if you look at that, isn't that beautiful? Like, you can look up Jennifer online. Basically, I'm sure you can find the whole 8 pages somewhere out there. It is the single greatest horror story ever put into comics. It really is. It's just like, you have to read it. As a man, it is terrifying. I've always said, like, what's the scariest comic you've ever read? And the answer is, of course, that one you read as a kid. No, Jennifer broke that. It's the one I read like when I was an adult, and it's just, yeah, it's more scary to an adult man than a boy. So that's, once you read it, you'll understand. But anyway, I was looking at, I don't want to do the whole spec versus rec, but I was looking at the #1 pick of CBSI, their top 10 for September 23rd, 2022, and yeah, it's that. Saga Swamp Thing, 37. That's the one I got back from CBCS. It's a 9.4 Canadian price variant, so that's cool. I can't, and just because Keanu Reeves has come out with the second Constantine, that's cool. I thought that, so good. I'm happy, right? I'm not going to debate that. I think that's a great investment at any time, and that's why I have it, right? I have been picking up some books, but very few, and the reason is it's I don't read them. I don't read comics anymore. I have no interest in reading comics anymore. They don't. I don't know. Whatever they're putting out there is not appealing to me. I like the covers, and this is why I bought it. Like, I bought two of this Dan Mora, Dark Crisis #3, Red Canary. That's a cool cover. Have I read either one? No. Will I? No. Again, this new champion of Shazam #1, and I'll post the artist here in a bit because it's left my mind. Two of them. Why? I like Mary Marvel, and one of them is going to go up on my wall. Art Germ Supergirl. Again, I just dig the Art Germ Supergirls. Action Comics 1046. Isn't going to be real valuable? No, come on. Let's be honest here. Although, some of the art germs are doing okay. The guy has a following, so that's great. If I was going to recommend and again, take it for what it's worth. My track record isn't fantastic by any stretch. But, something you spend $12 to $20 on that might appreciate in value, might surprise a lot of people, maybe not. One Punch Man #9. Why? Basically, I don't know if it's the first appearance of Fubuki or just first cover. Might be first appearance too. Great character, has the potential to actually do like the hero's journey within One Punch Man. We'll see how that goes. Certainly starts. I would say #10 is iconic as well. It's Tatsumaki. But because I was thinking about it, right? It's like when I was a young man a young kid reading comics back in the 70s. Uh, the collectability, like nobody even thought of these as, well, okay, 0.01% of the population thought of them as collectibles. The rest, they're basically as collectible as newspaper, right? Like how many people keep the daily newspaper? None. Especially in like near mint condition. No. Manga's kind of the same way. Like people read it, they, they're storing it, but what's the condition? Are they reading it often? Do they bag it? Right? Like in these. So it's kind of, I can see a lot of similarities. So perhaps in, I don't know, 10, 20 years, with the emotional attachment to the characters, and you have something like One Piece that has spawned so many volumes, and it's gotten so big, and it's just, yeah, people are going to be emotionally attached. Same thing with a lot of the new stuff coming out as well, right? It's there's a big fan base there, more so than comics, the Western comics, right? So mainly because people aren't reading them. They're putting them in bags. Well, they receive them in bag and boards. Like, this is the same bag and board it came in when I got it in the mail. I'm not going to open it. I'm not going to read it. I know who Supergirl is. I have no idea what's in this particular story. And that's it, right? So all of our Western superheroes have basically become what we see on the screen. That's who they are now, right? So not a lot of people are actually reading the books. I think a lot of people just don't want to read the books anymore. I know for me, it's like the Dark Crisis 3. I don't know. I have no interest, quite honestly. There's a lot of different theories out there. You can watch whatever you want about why people don't read it. But if you haven't taken a look at manga for collectability, especially if you can get it like brand new, some of the more popular series. And it's funny, like the number one isn't always the most valuable, because what they do, they overproduce a ton on the number ones, right? Like super high print runs. Some of the later issues can be hard to find. So, and this is the trick, right? It can be like the 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s. Like I had to look at this 9 on eBay, and I'll put it up too. And it ranges anywhere from 12 to 25 to even higher dollars, right? So as they become harder to get, as more people have that on their shelves, and again, it gets into reprintings and whatnot. But yeah, it's kind of fun. So anyway, that's my pick. Take it for what it's worth. The other thing is, these little creepies are gold. They really are. So if you ever have a chance to pick one of these up for a reasonable amount, Vampirella, Eerie, Creepy, any of the old Warren stuff is pretty amazing. So I would definitely push that as well. So anyway, there's my video. Sorry I haven't been posting much, but I hope everybody's doing well. See you again.